Okay, let's talk about it. His and Her. So, this is a TV series that just came out on January 8th, a few days ago. And I just got finished watching the whole episode, 6 episode last night at work. And I tell you, this show is good. It is good. I give this 10 out of 10. I recommend that everybody please go see this series. And Her, baby, let's get into it. So she is a news reporter. He is a detective. They used to be married. I think they had divorced or separated, whatever. Or whatever. Who knows? So the beginning of the show, one of her friends, I'm not gonna say they was her friends. I'm gonna say they pretend they was friends with her, want to be friends with her, but in reality, the girls was very mean and nasty. But anyway, she went to all girls school with three girls that was already close, and they decided to be friends. But her mother was one of the girls' mother maid. I guess she used to work for them, but it's so crazy. But I guess when the mother took her to the school, enrolled her to the school, one of the girls saw her like, "Oh, hi, Miss So so." She's like, "Hi." She knows the girl like, "Oh, my daughter will be joining you. Will be coming to the school. I just enrolled her." She's like, "Oh, okay. I can show her around." Mind you, the girl already know that your mother is a maid, so I wouldn't be too sure to be friends with them. So but she, baby, look. So one of the first girl, I forgot the name, but we ain't paying attention to the name. But first girl that they found a body, and this whole time, like they trying to guide up evidence. They thinking that the husband did something. Like, when somebody find a body or died, the first thing a detective is going to focus on is the spouse. Like, I think the husband or the wife got something to do with the death. We don't know that, and y'all don't know that. So y'all like see the last word about who the last person she called, whoever. So the girl that she went to school with, all the first one ended up dead. She got stabbed like 8 times. Each of them had a best friend bracelet, and every time each of them like was killed, a best friend bracelet would pop up. So while she was reporting what was going on, her husband was doing his job as a detective, and they going back and forth. Her husband going back and forth like, "Oh, do you have something to do with this? No, do you have something to do?" Nobody know who killed these girls. One by one, one by one. And I could say both of these two, like they did a good job. Part of me really felt like he had something to do with all they little missing death and all of that. I really felt like he did it. But she still did her job. The friend, like, he had a sister that she went to school with, and she was friends with his sister. That was her sister-in-law. But she also was friends. They all went to the same all-girls school. All the girls. But it's like It's so crazy. While he did his work, the next girl ended up dying. But but the first girl that got killed, he was messing with, had an affair with, was having sex with. She was having an affair also with her cameraman. Like, ain't that crazy? Like, okay, I can understand y'all separated, y'all upset because what happened in the past. They had a baby. Something ended up happening to their baby. So it's like they was like triggered, blaming each other, but still they had a job to do. Of course, he was wrong for having an affair with one of the girls that she went to school with. That was wrong. I could say that. Like, dude. So, when they found out the girl, whole police stuff, detective, and everything, he was really trying his best to cover her up. Like, okay. Because I really thought he did it. I really thought he did it. And he was trying to cover up his track and trying to blame her husband. Like, oh, so did you do it? Did you kill her? Because I see all the messages. He held onto her phone, tried to delete everything that they both then had, like, text messages of each other and send each other pictures and all of that. He really tried to cover up everything that he did. I really thought, like, oh, my mind was like, because like, when I watch crime shows or crime TV shows or movies, whatever, I'm instantly a detective. I'm going to be a detective, period. Like, oh, okay, I know he did it. Oh, I know she did it. What you trying to hide? So I really felt like, oh, yeah, he was trying to hide something because as soon as he got a hold of that phone, oh, it's something you don't want her husband to know, and it's something that you don't want your wife to know, because y'all still technically married. So it's like, okay. Get to the bottom of all, like, every last, each of them got killed, and one of the girls they was picking on, actually they was picking on her, and another girl. The other girl was chunky, she was fat, and the three main girl that was very close, was best friend, was picking on her and a big girl. They really weren't trying to be friends with her. They really was like mean girls for real, like very mean and nasty. So on her and the other girl's 16th birthday, they had a birthday together. I guess they share the same birthday. They went to the woods party, and one of the girls invited some guys. Something had happened, and it's so crazy. Something had happened. The girl had showed the guys her picture and the other girl picture, and the guys paid her for these pictures. Like, really? So it was a past. Something had happened in the past to her. It was so crazy. Like, really, I feel like y'all really have to see it. A mother intuition. For real, I really thought. Hold on. I take my head off to her mother. I do. Cause the whole show, you thinking like, okay, she thinking to herself like, oh, my mother got dementia. No, your mother was smart. Cause when she saw that last video of what happened to her daughter, she did what a mother had to do for her child. Cause when she saw what happened to her child, and she saw them three girls didn't do nothing, and I mean nothing, they just sat there, laughed, and like, oh, happy birthday. Just really, they let these three guys do that to her daughter. So therefore, she waited 20 years to get her revenge and her payback. Like, she knew that her daughter was gonna come back. So her mother went one by one. Yeah, y'all gotta see this. 10 out of 10. Please go watch it on Netflix. You gonna love it. I'd rather for y'all to see what happened to know. Bye.